Ouch.
No sleep.
Ouch.
That's right. Are you falling asleep anyway? Hmm? Oh, I see. I see. I feel sleepy today as well. Very sleepy. Really sleepy. And my eyeballs hurt. So this probably won't be a very long one. Maybe an hour. An hour and a half maybe. We'll see.
Ouch.
Ouch. Alright, what was I doing? I need to chat with this guy.
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
Okay. Alright. What's the strike about anyway?
You know, serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike. Return once you've met the union boss and are on a better footing with the organization.
Aha. I've come to Martinez investigating a murder.
Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder.
You're not pleased, so hey. Boom. Maybe you want to help me solve it by telling me who did it.
Of course, Policia. It wasn't me. You can rule me out. Easier that way.
Sure. Hold on.
He didn't do it. It's the truth. He didn't do it.
Oh,
It's the truth.
Twitch.
He didn't.
It's Twitch.
He didn't.
It's the mind
He
hole.
didn't.
It's the mind hole. 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 Nice. I don't know if it stopped, so I'm just going to continue speaking. Hey, you're the man in boots at the gates. I need to know what's behind these gates. I'm exploring.
My friend, I respect the right to roam. The open range awaits.
Does this mean you can let me through the gate?
I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself.
I don't know.
If it's so simple, why did the scab leader warn you of the guards blocking the way?
Just walk in,
Aye. Walk right past Measurehead and go in.
past Measurehead.
Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Semini Supremus is there. Walk right past him,
Right.
then press the button to unlock the door,
Mm-hmm.
then go past him again,
Okay.
and you enter the arbor through the office. Está.
I think I have some questions for you first.
The man whispers a jaunty tune. A coastal breeze ruffles his hair.
Kuna said you know about the armor.
The little boy had it good on his promise.
His promise?
To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me. Pardon the
Oh.
choice of words. Not mine.
Oh, he did, ha.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official Union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know? So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, and the cop's in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock. Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes.
So Kuna used us to scare you.
It's a minor nuisance. It's all good.
This isn't that much trouble then.
He thinks, not yet. Better to get this business out of the way. Sweeter then.
The probe into the armor, what did you learn?
I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk Union man about some armor.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part.
What sort of technical stuff?
I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia.
4 pieces, helmet, grass, gauntlets, boots. What about leggings?
Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
I don't know. Why do we need it anyway? Find all of it? I don't know. Maybe I have better things to do.
I agree, officer. Let's focus on the hanging, and later some junior officers can take care of the rest.
Nice. From what I learned, it was a very heavy, boring set of armor.
Thank you for the cooperation.
No problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
The way. Can you give me some money?
Sure thing, my friend.
Oh
I
shit.
can help you out.
Oh shit. Try to catch it.
The coin narrowly slips by your outstretched fingers and falls to the ground.
Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to throw it like that. It's a thing we harbor folk do, passing around cargo and such. Was not meant as provocation or ridicule.
The boyadero stares at you with respect, then gestures towards the trickles of blood adorning your clothes.
Huh? Where is the text? There is no such text. Okay, I appreciate it.
Right, always glad to help out the RCM. We're on the same branch, you and I. Humans, I mean, not slithering scabs.
Okay, bye. In case of a strike, press button behind guard. Hermetically sealed door locked by electronic means. There's no lockpicking or door kicking in this one. The Greater Rivershore Industrial Harbor. Okay, I need to save here. Oof. There he is. Oh my god, we're gonna have to listen to
Body betrays your degeneracy.
this.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. Say nothing, size him up first.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology?
Rimpo of Moscow. What's this underneath his skin? He lets you look.
It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger because you are not a threat to me.
Yeah, okay. About your chest still say nothing.
What is this androgynous display of sexual maturity?
He looks down at you, taking stock of your physique.
Merely standing up makes you sweat profusely. Your breathing is erratic. Your own heartbeat in your ears grows frantic, and you feel your blood pressure rise.
Okay.
Stop it! You are embarrassing yourself in front of this woman and your pedomorphic friend.
I'm sorry, what? What?
This display of weakness may appeal to older women with a stronger maternal instinct, but it is a liability here on Battlefield Martinez.
Jean-Luc, his body is betraying his degeneracy pretty hard. Maybe you can ask him to leave.
My body is unimportant. I'm with the police and we need to get into the harbor.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Al Ghul.
His face contorts in disgust as if he were smelling a dead rat.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
I wonder if I should double down. Instead of, asking him questions. Ooh. You're right. I'm an alcoholic now. I need to enter the harbor.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
Does this remind you of someone? The guy down there?
That fat racist over there point to the racist lawyer man. Just him after pumping some iron. I'm the police and I need you to comply now. The race stuff is unimportant here. I just need you to help me do my job, please. I don't think he cares for niceties. This is confrontational. This is even more confrontational. Oh, I don't know. Let's try this.
Look at my chronology. I am the pinnacle of my haplogroup. The pink blob is a bad example, even of yours. It saddened me. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Khoikos. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture. You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
Come on, I just need you to move about 20 centimeters back. Push him out of the way. You're right about all this. Now I just need you to let me go into the harbor. How are we with skills? It's gotta be one of these. Push him. Boom. Nothing happened.
That is right. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war. Bring your troops to the Simonine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
There may be a peaceful solution to this. You could internalize Meshahed's race theory. He would take you as one of his own.
Wouldn't that mean I have to become a Seminoles supremacist myself?
Well, not as such. What you do with a mastery of advanced race theory is up to you. You could reject the findings, sure, or accept them and become an advanced racist.
What are those tattoos of yours supposed to mean?
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
He gestures toward the lorryman down the street.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
Say nothing.
Your silence betrays your inferiority. You do not have a reply. You should enter a deep race slumber. Perhaps in 4,000 years, there is need for a servile homunculus.
Okay. I'm gonna leave. Oh. Breakthrough. Okay, hold on. Hold on to that. Oh, you wouldn't let me? Okay.
Jamais vu. Derealization. Jamais vu. The opposite of déjà vu. Not already seen, but never seen. Everything that should be familiar appears strange and new, like some half-forgotten day in your childhood. Only now. That's the feeling you've been having. And for who knows how long. You should go and ask Joyce Messier about this. What world are we in? This is a fundamental question.
It gives me +1 XP for every orb clicked. That's nice. That's really nice.
Your race descent has only worsened.
Okay, I'm going to save here.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you.
Nope.
You have really let yourself go.
How did this happen? Your little fist.
Okay. No, wait, no, actually, yeah. I'm not going to be able to test this. I wanted to test hitting him and then adding 1 point to this, but it's not going to work. Yeah, it's not going to work. There might not be another opportunity to hit him. I don't remember. Let's just do this. Wait, no! It wasn't... Shit. It was physical instrument, wasn't it? What's this?
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really
God
let
damn it.
yourself go.
Would it
How
let
did
me
this
do it
happen?
again?
You must be out of your mind, degenerate drunk.
Your fist cracks in his hand like a ripe apple. Pain shoots up into your brain as he's twisting it more and more.
The words to the song have changed. Say, I am a violent drunk.
No! Fuck you!
Your hand twists in his grip and the pain blinds you. Still you press the words out of your swollen mouth.
Good. Now leave before you humiliate your homoerotic organization any further.
Good try. Okay, let us redo the whole thing. I wanna test something, because it seems like wearing any clothes doesn't actually matter at all. At all. So right now it's 3.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah.
You have really let yourself go.
How did this happen?
You must be
Your fist cracks in his hand like a rifle.
the word
Your hand twists.
good. Now leave before you humiliate your homoerotic
Okay, now it's locked.
organization.
So if I leave, he wants to speak with me. And do this.
Your race descent has
It's
only
still locked.
worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
Huh?
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let
God
yourself
damn it.
go.
It has happened again. The Titan has...
Another fit of criminal rage. Who are you, in your own words?
I don't don't remember.
Your fist cracks in his hand like a rifle.
This is terrible.
Pain shoots up into your brain as he's twisting.
The words to the song.
Your hand twists in his grip, and the
Good. Now
You
go
could kill me here.
before you enter cardiac arrest.
How much of this do I need? Okay, so for some reason, wearing clothes doesn't work at all. Which is really strange.
Your race descent has only worsened.
Okay,
since I
does he know
last saw
anything
you.
about the mug?
he does not so much as glance at the object.
This your kind of thing?
Stop showing me your pathetic cup. I have no interest in it.
He had nothing to do with it. Does he strike you as the kind of man who puts mugs into trash?
Okay. So, how do I? Now there's a way not to talk to him. But I think I need to be up there to jump down.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
I know you've been giving me the runaround for suppose the lady driver.
I don't know what you're talking about.
First you knew Sealang didn't do it.
He did something. He stole his employer's goods and another lorryman's job. You should be thankful for the tip.
Then why are you smirking?
Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Revachol West. You don't run Martinez. You don't run anything.
So who does? You or the lady driver? We don't know. We don't even know who she is. Who's she?
No. He means La Puta Madre.
A legendary, and not in a good way, crime boss from Jamrock. Controls what is probably the most powerful organized crime outfit in Revachol West. Looks like the lieutenant has a plan. Let him do this.
Yeah, him.
Cross your arms and nod.
Then I presume you are familiar with his peonies.
Yeah, they're his little bitches. He's got them all over the unions.
Not just the unions. He has peonies everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. Dirty fucking peonies who'd do anything for him. Multi-ethnic drug addicts.
The lieutenant adopts a rodentine quality. Be cool, sire. He's getting into this.
Okay.
You're not peonies. You wouldn't be investigating a drug thing if you were.
No, of course not. We are not peonies. But if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peony's job to find out who that is.
He's surprisingly good at this. Not bad at all. Look at him lurching.
It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Padre Madre angry. But a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way, protecting this fucking thief.
Whoa.
I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the Lorryman and Carter's Guild.
You've seen that corpse in the ceramic armor there. Did his shitty little guild protect him?
Damn, Kim has some drama.
Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you...
He tries to light a fresh cigarette, but his hands are shaking now. The sentence simply ends.
The lieutenant turns and gives you a barely perceptible nod. I've softened him up as best I could. Now it's on you to finish the job.
Oh. Okay. Mm-hmm. 42 isn't really that nice. Well, let's try it.
Men like this only respect two things: strength and fear. Time to turn up the volume.
Show me a lorry right fucking now! The lady driving lorry! Where is it?
Fuck you, I told you. I'm not gonna...
There. His voice grows smaller as yours.
Okay. Threat? More threat? More threat? Even more threats! Ah. Oh, this fourth one is really good. First one is so like it's Kuna saying this. Second one, kind of weird. Third one, so what? Threat to his property or something. Or maybe the lorry isn't his, but still his things are in it. And like what? This is strange. This one is strong, I think.
Look, fuck you, man. It's some lorry down there. Green banged up thing. I don't fucking know who she is.
There we go.
When did she go away?
I don't know. I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot. Some dyke, probably. I haven't even seen her for days.
Where exactly is her lorry?
Past the monument. Down there.
Uh-huh.
The Green Temple. Now, leave me the fuck alone, okay?
A small temple by the monument. Green. Let's get into that
Ooh.
lorry.
We are solving a thing. The first day. Okay, you saved me. Thank you. How do I get in? This one. Oh.
This green found, A to Z, contemporaire, is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days.
This must be the one he told us about. Unless he was lying.
Try to peek in the window.
The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of a seat and two steering levers.
I found new content for me. Yes, finally. Try the door handle.
The door is locked. The handle looks shiny, like it's recently replaced.
How are we going to get in? Going to get this open, Kim?
Use the pry bar to smash the window. Open it from the inside.
Really?
This has been hard enough. No need to make it any harder.
Oh shit. Okay. Wait, boom, 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 boom. What was it? Physical instrument again?
This screen found A to Z, Contemporain, is parked
okay.
in the shadow
Wait.
of the ruins.
Leave. Alright.
This screen found A to Z, Pry bar in hand. You take a hard swing at the window. A loud thunk rings out and the pry bar bounces back, leaving a tiny spider web on the glass. Goddamn maggot. Drag your ass to the gym and do some reps right now. Looks like the window might be shatterproof. You may have to rethink your approach.
Really? Hit again.
Another futile thunk sounds in the brisk
Oh, it's not
coastal
getting in.
This has been hard enough. No need to make it any harder.
He's going to do it! Oh shit!
He smashes it into the window. Droplets of glass fly everywhere, shattering over the lorry floor and pavement. You can just reach in now.
Nice.
It went better than I expected. Open it from the inside.
The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals.
Admire the posters.
These are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century. One of them particularly catches your eye, a centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat.
Study the centerfold.
The actress is draped in a sheath dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. Wait, doesn't she resemble someone you know? But you can't put your finger on whom exactly. This is Tijon, a starlet from the dawn of cinematography, less known for her talent than her tragic, untimely death.
What happened to her?
She wasted away in a drug den called the Door to the River, not far from here on Boogie Street, a mixture of cocaine and morphine. She was afraid of the world, and the camera, too. The actresses and the rear actor all smile you a warm goodbye. A radio transmitter is attached to the dashboard, and a toolbox sits under the driver's seat.
Okay, pull out the pull-out toolbox.
A metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty, except for a folded newspaper.
Unfold the newspaper.
It's an issue of Périphérique from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages.
Pick up the note.
It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the Ulan frequency system. These formulas look oddly painful. Maybe it's the hangover, but they give you a headache.
Oh, I understand this feeling. Like, my eyeballs are a little bit in pain today. And like, reading and figuring out anything is like, it's such a an effort. But hangover would make this much worse.
The Ulan frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but...
Okay.
The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. The rest is as it was. Radio, posters, a trace of motor oil smell under all the cigarettes.
Radio?
Looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed, likely by the missing lady driver.
Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least.
Why would anyone need so many radio stations?
For contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. This is all shortwave, UW and UKV. Looks like we are dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center of a huge operation. With quite a range, too.
And is there anything we can do with the radio?
Doesn't look like it. It's completely inoperable without a dial key.
The smell of 1,000 cigarettes.
Okay,
some dead
pedals.
You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver. But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle. Sandpaper adds extra grip.
Looks like the driver has glued a piece of sandpaper to the throttle to offer some extra grip.
Sandpaper? A novel technique?
It would also rub off the pattern from the driver's right boot sole.
Yes?
Do the honors, he thinks. Connect it yourself.
One of the footprints at the crime scene had an aberration. One sole was smoother than the other.
Which means that the missing lady driver was present at the lynching.
Ah. 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 Holy shit. Okay. Women, shake your head. Always up to something. And she's also the one running the drug trade. What a handful.
We've identified one of the footprints, but there are still 7 to go.
The movie stars are still smiling from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a pull-out toolbox tucked
Okay.
to close the rusty old lorry door.
Great. I think we got everything. A word, detective? Before we return to Joyce?
Yeah.
Alright, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep.
Seems like something police would do. Yeah. What do you think of all of this, Kim?
Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation.
Funny thing, we haven't even met the Union yet. So, from what I know, if that's... Would that be Ruby? That's a little worrying then. And if they are running the drug trade, that's a lot.
I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net.
This means it's well funded. Technology like that, a major player must be financing it.
I'm not sure what the Ulan frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks.
How do you think this is connected to the Union?
We didn't find anything conclusive linking them to the smuggling operation. But somehow, I doubt that Everard Clare would be oblivious to something like this happening right under his nose.
Yeah.
My suggestion is, we use it against the Union in any way we can, to our own ends. It's a slippery hill, but we just might be able to pin them down, indirectly, down the road.
Will the RCM open an investigation into this?
We should return to the murder case, see what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we are done for the day, I call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it. There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation, sometime later when we are done here. We do not want to get caught in that.
What are you thinking?
The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madrid grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't. It's certainly worrisome.
Corruption?
All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either.
What about the movie pulses?
As elegant as they are, I don't think they are relevant to the drug trade.
Don't be fooled. Desire always plays a role.
lots of women there, especially for a lady driver's cabin. I mean, so what? Maybe the trader is some sort of cinephile. Could the film industry be involved? That's so... No. This is too much. No connection with this at all.
Yes, well,
Unimportant.
Okay.
debrief over. After you.
Ooh, well, this is interesting. Very interesting. I wonder if this woman has anything to say.
I can't believe it's snowing again. It felt like springtime just a few days ago.
Okay. He wanted to speak?
I saw you poking around in Lady Driver's lorry. She in trouble?
Lady Driver's lorry. Oh no, if I say this first one, then I'm kind of giving away the details that we are looking for. Drugs and stuff. No trouble, she's going to be fine is a lie. It's going to be an investigation. Sorry man, I can't disclose the facts of an official investigation to you. I don't know, it's an investigation I guess.
It's that bad. Man, what should I do? What should I do to help her?
I need for you to do anything, don't worry, the police are looking into it. Oh. Last thing we need is more civilians involved. I really don't know.
Damn. I always wonder to watch yourself. Man. Nothing to do now, I guess. Maybe I should just keep my head down and work on my rhymes while I can.
Another question?
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
No.
Now it's turning into a...
Yeah. Okay, you know what's strange?
Fuck does Kuno care?
Oh. Okay. I talked to Manana about the armor.
So?
So. He told me you promised to sick the pigs on him. He said to thank you, wasn't too keen on chasing down that armor anyway. He said to thank you.
Fuck, okay. Kuno's a giver like that, yes?
Kuno sent your fat ass running around like jello.
Look, pig. Kuno sent you to rough some people up. Kuno played you. That happened. Now you and Kuno should move on.
Whatever, kid.
What is this? Trying to be cool with your new asshole? Kuno was just being nice to you. You got fucked bad. Now limp the fuck out of here.
Oof.
After this shit, you better have something real interesting to say if you want to stay in Kuno's face.
Yeah, real interesting.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Yeah.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and white boots. His skin is marbled with decaying veins and blotched by lividity. On his chest,
Okay, what about this?
an inconspicuous pile of the roofing material Eternite.
Perception sight.
An inconspicuous pile because there's a secret door hidden behind the panels of Eternite. That's why they're too orderly. There it is. You see a shabby little door.
What is this then? A tool shed? Let's investigate.
Yes, let's investigate. Doing detective work. Silver plate with traces of bone yellow powder.
Be still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine. Sweet amphetamine. The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you. There's a good, vague way to ask where he stands on drug use. Professionally, I mean.
Ah. Someone has taken narcotics here. Perhaps the police should interfere? I wasn't thinking about taking it as well. I was thinking about justice. I've heard amphetamines make you a really good detective. Are you a really good detective? Hey Kim, do you want to take drugs with me?
No, I'm just a regular detective, thank you very much.
Okay, the first one.
Perhaps not. This is below our pay grade, detective. However, see that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no?
Yes.
The secret path the local kids use.
Yes. The poster says get out of the way or get fucked up. Alright, sure. What's this? Oh, money. An empty tube of magnesium supplement. Cured pig's head. It looks mummified. Oh, my coat. Uh-oh. Wait. Wait. Wait, what? Ah, this is how we get there, huh? What is this? This doorway is going to collapse soon. Restoration pillars keep the ruins together. Oh, a bucket. Postcard. And money. A box. Health. Nice. Oh. We'll need to jump down. Okay, the problem is...
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here.
Look, Lieutenant, point to the flapping cloak.
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia, and you have a habit of being careless with your equipment. You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
Oh, I look like I've done some track and field in my day. Look around.
The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering
look at the view.
in the distance over the container yard. Then he turns back to the sad piece of fabric flapping in the wind.
Do you really think this cloak is mine?
The cloak? I do think it's yours, yes. As to whether you should go for it,
He looks over the ledge at the cold pavement below.
well, it doesn't seem too dangerous. 2-meter stops. Whenever you're ready to do it, I'll be right behind you.
The cloak looks like a bag of goodies floating in the wind. Who knows what its pockets may hide?
I have 0 in this skill. What are we doing up here?
What are we doing? We're awfully close to breaking into the industrial harbor. They're bound to have
He's like
information for us.
giving you
I
all
thought
the
that was our
hints.
intention. Or it could be that we are just exploring.
Okay, I need to check this. -1. No pants. Let's go. Oh wow, no shoes as well. Free hands? Dang. What a look.
A tarpaulin cloak is still caught on the railing.
Challenging.
No one has claimed it for their... A tarpaulin cloak is still caught on the railing. No one has claimed it for their own.
Uh-oh. Oh no. What is it?
Nope, no. That's still too high. What were you thinking? You're not a gymnast. You're a boxer. And you've climbed way too high up here.
How does he know? He remembers. And still, the text doesn't say that. The text said, "Holy wow, that's high. Doesn't seem dangerous. The lieutenant must be crazy to suggest that. This is certain death. Vertigo almost pushes you over the edge. But then again, why do you need to jump? You could just climb down. Come on, man."
You could have died there. Shit, 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 shit. I'm failing you. This wasn't part of our deal.
Yeah, violation. Why?
You are?
Hello. Thank you for the follow.
Hey, hey! What happened?
What happened? He's scared. Alright, Kim. I'm alright, Kim. I just can't do this right now.
I understand. We can always come back when you are feeling better. It's just a cloak after all.
I mean, I thought having no pants and no shoes on would give me some... I don't know... something. Make me more brave, but no, I guess. Alright, what should I do then?
Day then underscore slacker.
Just wasn't enough, yeah. Should have been drunk, yeah. Drunk or maybe... whatever. I don't know. Just didn't work. I mean, it doesn't look that high. Could have just climbed down. Why jump? Jumping seems so extreme. Okay, so what I have just found out, I guess, is that if clothes gives you any penalties and you remove it, that piece, then you do get a boost to your skill. But for some reason, if I put anything on like this didn't give me any Like, it did give me a +1 to physical instrument, but it doesn't unlock the option to try again something which requires it, which is kind of weird. I'm not sure why it's like this. It doesn't seem logical, does it? Like, it should unlock. I have a +1 now. Yeah, the modifier to the check, that's what I figured out. But then again, I've seen people put on clothes and do something. I mean, retry options, and it worked. So I'm not sure. Oh, the chance. Okay, I understand now. So if it's not locked, then I can use clothes to change my chances, right? But if I already tried it and it's locked, then it's only unlocked by a point. Okay, I get it now. Oh, what is this? Oh, we haven't been here as well. Nice, some magnesium. Much needed magnesium. Can I even get in here? I don't have my badge.
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked. The door rattles against your knuckles, but there's no response. The door rattles again, but this time you hear an elderly woman's voice calling out from inside.
Stop banging on the door! I'm not letting any more strangers inside.
This is the police.
The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here.
But I'm not joking.
No, I already told you. I won't be responsible for any more strangers getting into the building.
This is weird as well. Like, what strangers got into the building? Of all the people that live in there that I know, who, I don't know, maybe it's somebody we don't know who caused some trouble.
Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
Backyard door? There must be another entrance to the east.
Kim, tell her we're real policemen.
Madame, I assure you, we are real police officers.
There is no reply. Just faint, sweeping sounds inside.
Okay.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Okay, we did speak with the lorryman.
Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered?
She has eyes on the harbour. Who? Where exactly are these eyes located?
It doesn't really matter, and I do apologise for the surveillance. Wild Pines can't afford to be blind at a time like this.
Ah.
In any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may ask, will there be an official investigation? I assume you discovered there is an operation.
If there is an investigation, it will be part of an ongoing operation, subject to confidentiality. I am sure you understand.
Of course, detectives. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. I trust you with the rest. Now it's my turn. I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands.
The words bloodbath sound cold in her mouth. They taste of iron and strawberries.
Ah. What was that about a bloodbath?
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Rivershoal West.
Since you are sharing, ma'am, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be.
How are the lynching and the strike connected?
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail.
A momentary lapse of faith.
They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer.
Every worker...
A member of the board.
A member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric, or a joke. They did not appreciate the humor.
Do you need a security detail?
Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenell, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating.
Oh, I think I knew how. Or maybe I don't know how she knew that we spoke to the lorry drivers. But one of the guys in there is from these 3. Where are the other 2?
They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him. He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night.
What then?
Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbour. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenell contractors carry out their orders, for now.
For now?
It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
Wow. Wow. I have to say, this is not disco.
It is very far from disco. My only hope is that you provide a single, concrete suspect before the mercenaries indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put, if you don't pin this on someone good and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
The débardeurs have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty.
The s03e giant hornet, the world's 2nd largest insect, can kill 40 honeybees a minute, while a group of 30 can decimate an entire hive of 20,000 bees in less than 4 hours.
Listen, I know how this game ends, and this is so good. All the foreshadowing, holy shit. Ah.
These men work in tandem using semi and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all. As I said, a bloodbath.
Isn't this a pretty bleak scenario you're describing?
Many bleak scenarios have already come true. Nameless, badgeless detective of the Citizens Militia.
Oh, what?
All we can do is keep the rest from going the same way. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
What can you tell me about Crenel?
Not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell. They boast a long list of clients: Saint-Baptiste, Welchman Lorenz, Eintracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries. Guarding facilities, escort missions and such.
Oh, it's starting to smell like rain. I wonder if it's going to rain today.
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors, Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands, countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil. Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources. If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
Huh.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP, ma'am?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I'd be dealing with a group like Crenel.
Could you contact the company, tell them to call them off?
I have. And they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us.
She's being truthful. She is pressing them as hard as she can.
You said the deceased assaulted a woman.
Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it.
What did these teenagers say?
That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez.
The lieutenant consults his notebook, his eyebrows knitted in concentration.
Odd. We haven't heard any reports about an assault in connection with the lynching. Where did it take place? And when?
I'm learning so much on the first day. Holy shit. I haven't even met the Union yet.
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him. That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor about a rumor. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues believe.
You'll meet her soon enough, you feel?
This colonel, the one who was hanged, did you know him?
If you mean did I see him alive, yes. But I did not know him.
And his name was?
Lely. His service name, a nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one.
Anything else? Nationality? How old would you say he was?
He was 40. Or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age, or gauge his facial expressions.
What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Oranese, or Messinian, maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it, through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once.
Okay,
If you mean Lely,
tell me about the
his
others.
One is a man, Corty, they call him, a nickname as well. The other a woman, Phyllis DePaul. Corty is the gunner, I believe. DePaul is a radio operator.
What would you say was his eye color, the deceased's?
She closes her eyes, trying to picture the man's face, then shakes her head.
I can't remember.
It's a pang of regret to her voice.
The lieutenant was testing her, asking a small detail first to see if she knew him better than she let on. She passed.
That's all right, man. Anything else? Nationality? What would you say was his age?
He was 40. Or 50.
Oh, we've already heard this.
What else?
In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to sleep
All right.
it.
I wonder
Through the
how
injury.
many...
That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once.
Okay. How many other dialogue options this will open? Where are the remaining 2 mags now? Are there really 2 remaining? Aren't there 3?
They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth. They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting.
We still need to know where they are.
You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Well, let's try it. Where are the mercenaries? I failed? On 83? Bullshit. Am I dead now?
Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. Whatever noble intentions you once had as a police officer, it's eating them all up now. You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right?
I'm seriously running out of shits to give. Let corpses hang on trees. I'm quitting. Fuck you.
Fuck me? Please leave the rage you have for after we finish the investigation.
Why is Kim answering?
Nothing you can say would make you feel any better now. Cop gives up the detective genre for social realism. Another police officer resigned from the RCM following a nervous breakdown. He now lives under a bridge, drinking and occasionally throwing
No, I'm alive!
at passers-by, shouting, "I never loved that woman." When asked to comment, former colleagues objected to the theory that his psychological disintegration was precipitated by his wife.
Yeah, I think I
leaving
forgot to mark up.
It's because the Furrows lost.
No, I
that
had one,
match, said
but I
Captain
didn't
Antonio
heal.
Price, once the man's superior officer.
Oh.
It's because he couldn't get a big gun from
At
acquisitions.
one point.
Anyway,
And he
police
took
work
it.
really burns you out after a while. Satellite officer Jean
Yeah, I didn't
Mayer,
click on
the
it.
deranged former cop's partner, commented. Sergeant Matt Torson, another former colleague, did not propose any theories, merely saying, whatever happened to him wasn't about birds. He got fucked, that's all.
Wow, this is a sad outcome. He was suffering from trauma and mental health issues. At least he's not dead, you know? Yeah, I didn't click it. It took my last spoon. Alright,
You're
let's
back.
go through this again.
Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent... It doesn't really... In any case.
If there...
Of course, I wouldn't...
The words bloodbath sound cold.
Yes.
Since you're...
Then we're on the same page. I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. They were just...
Every word...
A member of the board. Absolutely...
Who are they exactly?
Crenell. They wear ceramic...
So,
The story is he was taken out by nothing. It's a smoke.
what is the name?
Whether to execute one, some, or
Okay,
all of the Union militants.
This.
It is very. If you don't.
The débardeur.
Have you ever?
S03e04.
These men, as I said, a bloodbath. Many. All we can do is keep the rest from going the same way. Not much. They boasted.
Meaning they're used.
Yes. Sadly, if you.
Do you know?
In my line of work, it.
Damn,
pays to
that's
do
a
your
lot of
research.
text.
I was prepared to do. I have.
She's being truthful. She is pressing them as
I was
hard
prepared
as
to.
she can.
I have.
Or he didn't. This is information part that the man.
The lieutenant.
Last. Either way, he's alleged to have. That's a good question.
You meet her soon enough, you feel.
If you mean Lely, one.
What would you?
She
I can't remember.
The lieutenant.
That's all right.
He was 40.
What else?
He would. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it, through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once.
The dog is here, and she wants something from me. What? What do you want? Okay, we're gonna take a 2-minute break because I might need to clean up somewhere. Maybe she did a poopy. Right, a quick pee break. I'll be right back. Okay. I'm back. Okay. All right.
They've gone to ground. They don't have the same respect. You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
Dang it, I should have saved before this. Can I ask her again?
That's wise. Our goal is to avert catastrophe. Besides, I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask.
Ooh. Wait a moment. That's a -1? Oh no, didn't tell her about investigation. Now, can you tell me about these tattoos?
Of course. Excuse my hesitation before.
She reaches over the guard wire and takes the photo, holds it in her hand.
For about half a minute, in silence.
It was taken with a trigette not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
Stay quiet, observe her expression.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface.
What do you think?
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars.
She points to one on the photo paper.
I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent.
Like stars in the sky?
Close. Port cities. This is an Oronese map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century. Over 300 years ago, the sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels.
Ooh. What travels did the dead man make?
Quite a few. Vredefort, the Oronese capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande, through what I think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Pretto, he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean, first the Semnes Islands, then this. Revachol. Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde, at the dawn of the Interinsulary Age.
The old world passing by, and the new world already here.
You said you can't read it.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning.
Huh. So what's the use of this map?
The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it.
Okay, who could tell me more?
His platoon members? The other contractors. Though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend and comrade.
You wouldn't even know where to start.
Okay.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
What is volition? We have another point. What did I need? I needed save a fare to jump. No. And this is volition, which is at 2. Damage -1. Huh. Okay, more questions about
More
reality.
lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
Oh, je me veux thought complete. Okay, what is this? Spread your hands.
A bird?
A bird.
A sphenicid? A flightless bird of the polar regions?
Am I really that awkward?
Of course you're not, my dear. I'm just terrible at guessing games.
I meant, what is this place here?
Ah. This is the pier of Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A, where the tenants have been kind enough to rent me a slot. Or two.
And what is Rue de Saint-Ghislain 33A?
A pre-revolutionary tenement. Old buildings are called tenements, you see. And new buildings, bâtiments. After les bâtiments nouveaux. But 33A and 33B are not nouveaux. They're old. This one used to be 8 to 10 stories tall. A real high-rise by the standards of the last century. Built to mirror the skyscrapers across the bay in the Delta. That was before the war, of course.
Who lived in them?
Mostly the urban middle class, I believe. This was once primo real estate, before the cannons lopped 4 or 5 stories off.
Splat, splat.
Wonderful.
What are you?
What I am not is a basic term of reality.
There may be a way to get her speaking about herself at some later juncture.
What is that? Point to Cindy the Skull.
The girl in the old lady rags.
Yes?
Looks like a sullen and rebellious member of a teen infraculture. Yes, you and I belong to the supraculture. We're common, the herd. The music on the radio, the food in the chain restaurant, those are all too popular for the girl in the old lady rags. She prefers a fantasy world, an infraculture with its own dress code and vernacular. It is an illusion, I'm afraid. There is no refuge from the supraculture.
I understand everything. Make it more complicated somehow.
I can't. That's how simple it is. One may dye their hair green and wear their grandma's coat all they want. Capital has the ability to subsume all critiques into itself. Even those who would critique capital end up reinforcing it instead.
The legendary line. Wow.
All right. What next?
Suddenly, you're not so sure you're part of the supraculture.
I think I may be a part of an infraculture.
And what would that be?
Disco.
I can see that, yes. I dabble in those dark arts myself.
Dark arts.
Not so long ago. I assure you, it was a thoroughly supracultural phenomenon. All permeating. Downright mandatory. Nothing infra about disco, baby.
Your disco!
Those days are long behind me. And even in the early 30s, I would say I was more of a new girl. Disco was a minor, but still enjoyable facet of the whole thing for me.
The new?
The new. A cultural era. And the name of the decade it ravished, the 30s. It came out of post-revolutionary Revachol. It was ultra-liberal.
There we go.
It involved lots of partying, as you might imagine, and champagne-coloured everything. By the looks of it, that would have been when you came of age. Now.
Sounds fun. I can remember a single thing. Champagne, that doesn't sound like anything I'd be into. Straight edge. Got it, let's take it back to reality central for the next one. Champagne.
Of course. You're much more grounded. A serious detective on a case called Reality. Speaking of, is there anything else?
Will she say anything
What
here?
I am.
There may be a way
No.
to get her speaking about herself.
What times are these?
These are unimportant times, Detective. You and I were born after the dust had settled. 1,000th of a second too late.
Too late for what?
For the big time.
What's the big time?
The revolution.
Oh, yeah. And what is this revolution?
It's quite easy. Every 100 years or so, our species gets together to decide what's next, who gets shot in the head, and who gets the mineral rights. It's a real kerfuffle.
Every 100 years or so. Ugh. There might be one brewing, or maybe even two, in some parts of the world right now. Who got the mineral rights?
The liberals got the mineral rights. And by mineral rights, I mean everything.
Okay, and by liberals you mean?
Liberals are usually middle-class people, Detective. Or the remaining gentry. The beneficiaries of the pre-revolutionary arrangement. Some were rich enough to stay with the Constitution, with monarchy. Big mistake. Others bet on the revolution. They were called the ultras, or ultra-liberals. They fared well.
How did the liberals win it all?
They didn't win so much as survive. We were the last ones standing when the war ended. Everyone else got shot in the head, remember?
We. She's one of them. Of course.
If everyone got shot, who was there to surrender to?
To foreign intervention. The coalition. Those people really took the mineral rights.
Wait, you just said the liberals already took everything.
The liberals took everything that wasn't nailed to the ground. The coalition took the ground. The ocean, the laws, and the people.
Who are the coalition?
The coalition of nations. Grad, Mesk, Vesper, Messina, Oranje, and Sur-le-Clay. The armed center of the world. They landed here and ended the revolution. It was the moralist thing to do.
Moralists?
The moralists believe in keeping everything exactly the way it is. They believe in mineral rights, and not shooting people in the head. At least not in the same manner and volume as the others do. They are the long-standing provisional rulers of Revachol now, the coalition government.
The rulers of Revachol, and also the world. These guys are strong.
This is their zone of control. They embolden the RCM with crumbs of the same law they took. Technically speaking, you are a moralist.
Oh, hell no.
The color of moralism is blue.
Oh,
the
no.
official motto of Moral Intern, or Moralist International, is a blue forget-me-not, a piece of grey sky. Unofficial. For a moment, there was hope.
Is this why he's drawn to color blue? I don't think... Where are we on this, by the way? Oh, we have 1 point in that. Okay. I don't think I'm a moralist, ma'am. Not just technically, practically. For a moment, there was hope. If always picking the option that doesn't commit to anything, then hell yes, I am. And also not. That's very ironic. I don't think I am that.
Of course. Not easy to be moderate about head shooting in your line of work.
And who got shot in the head?
Those would be the communists. Generally speaking, 40 million people got shot in the head during the World Revolution. But the communists, they all got shot in the head. Oh, and the anarchists too. They shot them well. So well, one forgets they even existed.
Did the communists and the anarchists shoot back?
Did they ever? Before they got shot themselves, they shot 2 million people.
It sounds like they should have shot more people in the head then. Oh no. That's the winning strategy, isn't it? It's a tragedy.
Yes.
Tragedy?
The Red
Yes.
Deluge. The Insulindian Deluge, they call it.
Ah. Anyone else got shot in the head on the opposing side?
Oh, lots of people. Even the king got shot in the head, or thrown beneath a horse, or drowned. Accounts differ. It was unceremonious. Just as well, he wasn't actually the king. Just the king's nephew. The real king abdicated and lived out a long and productive life as a venture capitalist in Grad.
I don't care about kings.
About head shooting?
When was this?
The turn of the century revolution? Don't answer it. It's a trick question. The revolution began in 02 on the Isla of Grad, though by the end nearly the whole world had gotten involved.
Who started it?
It wasn't a who, but a what. A pandemic of Zarat, a particularly virulent prion disease, which the authorities in Grad proved unable to contain.
Uh-oh.
Then Mazov came along and overthrew the government.
What did this Zarath do?
It made people overthrow their governments.
Oh, really?
Of course not. It was a highly infectious microorganism that destroyed brain tissue. The actual causes of the revolution were material. The pandemic only provided the spark.
Where did it spread from there?
From Revachol and Grad? Not far. The world managed to cauterize itself. Mazov's government was overthrown in 08, and the coalition crushed the Revachol commune 2 years later. It was the end.
And what came next?
Why? You and I, officer. Our lives in the zone of control.
Something tells you her life and yours are not that similar. Maybe it's because she has a boat and you have that necktie? A pair of pants?
Yeah. Our lives are very different from each other.
No doubt. But we share the same time and position on the planet's crust. That counts for more than you think.
What is the zone of control?
A city-state divided into free market zones under the everlasting interregnum of the Coalition of Nations. And you, of course, the citizens' militia.
The clatter of typewriter keys fills the main hall of the reappropriated silk mill. Precinct 41. Chad Tilbrook presses enter. Outside, Officer Elfboy Williams slams the door of an armored motor carriage.
The zone of control is the third incarnation of Revachol, after the failure of the suzerain and the commune.
What happened in the rest of the world?
Modernity. They developed the marvels of the inter-easlary communication. Telematic milieus, radiation, colored plastics. Meanwhile, in Revachol West, the aftermath continues for the 5th decade.
51 minus 8 equals 43.
Wait, you're saying it's been like this for 43 years?
Time flies.
What have we been doing all the time?
The 20s saw a decade of urban war, west of the river leveled, offshore platforms in flames. Still, it's regarded as an improvement on what came before. 08 to 19 was simply hell.
And after that?
The 30s? Things settled down in the 30s. Revachol East transformed itself into the world's largest tax haven, with the international community's blessing. For the first time in a long time, it seemed like things were going somewhere.
That's when they discovered disco.
Yes, and quantitative easing. It was a market mirage, unfortunately. The 40s dispelled it. An Isola-wide hangover, you might say. So, here we are.
She curtsies.
Welcome to reality, baby.
For her to be where she is, Wild Pines Group must have picked the right side.
Okay. Which side was Wild Pines Group on? I guess. I don't know. What would you have done differently? It's enough about the times. Okay, let's ask her.
They picked the winning side. That's why they're here, and others are not.
They got lucky?
Perhaps it wouldn't have turned out that way had I been in charge. I might have bet on the king and led the Pines to doom.
You would have sided with the king.
I would have sided with the cannons. If you'd seen the calibers of the things, you might have too. Perhaps it's better I was born when I was. 10 of the 14 Indo tribes got it wrong. Feld, Kupri, Tricentennial. So I suppose I would have been in good company.
Huh. What would you have done differently?
Good question.
Oh god, that's a lot.
What would you have done differently?
That's a lot. I would have made it out with the mineral rights. I asked you, who are you in all this? I'm not there deciding what to do. Nothing depends on me. I mean, I can say this to like play along.
You and everyone else. But that's got nothing to do with preventing the revolution. Oh well. What was, I guess. They are what they are. Who knows? An afterbloom may yet come. Anyway, enough sentimentality. Is there anything else you want to know?
Now's your chance. Ask her who she is. She won't get out this time.
Glad to have been of assistance.
Let's save here. Ooh. So many thoughts. Okay.
Wow, you work hard.
What is this? I do?
Oh, yes. You hustle. You're a provider. It's tough out there, but you keep it real and provide.
What hard work do I do exactly?
Look at yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked 200,000 steps down cracked asphalt, mosaic, sand, and linoleum after you re-emerged. That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil. You didn't make it that way, and you won't let it break you. You ride.
Yeah, right, a little. I ride till I die, bitch. I'm not sure I ride. I don't know. I ride a little?
A little? You make money. You got
Dude,
gills, baby. Got
I
those
made
black papers
17
with the faces of the innocents on them. You bring in the Franco Negros and the Solas.
I made $17. That's not that much.
It ain't easy, but you do it. Day in and day out. You didn't make the rules, but you won't lose. You're a cop and a sprinter and a money printer.
Not really me. Is it found half of that money just lying on the ground? Laying? Okay. I can say I didn't make that ceiling guy give some of his money either. Yeah, and I made people give me money. Does it mean I made it? You could say I took some money from that Mariana guy too.
Can't say that. You shook him. You're a killer. A shark. You didn't log that in as a donation either. You don't log any of that shit in. You're a straight rider. Sure. And has it been easy? Is life easy? Have you not gone into cardiac arrest? Are you not about to have an anxiety attack or shoot yourself in the mouth? But you still hustle 24/7, ride or die. Now, ask yourself.
What?
Are you rich?
No, I'm actually really not.
That's right. You work harder than anyone. You almost rode yourself to the grave and you're still practically a hobo. Why is that?
Why is that? Fucking taxes, man. The system is broken.
Boo-hoo. The system is broken. The establishment is keeping me down. That's not the fuck yeah attitude you're used to. What is this? Why are you so poor?
Because of mental illness, dude. It happens. I don't know, why am I so poor?
Because of the taxes.
Oh yeah.
G-Man's got his jam-covered sticky fingers in your pocket, stealing from you every time you buy, sell, walk, talk, fart, so much as sneeze.
What point did I get that triggered this? Ultra-liberal?
Aren't taxes almost non-existent in the Gossamer state that is Revachol?
I thought there were no taxes.
You and I both, but they got those indirect modes of taxation. Sales tax, excise duty, extraction tax. This tax that doesn't even have a name. Plus, there's the stuff people in other countries pay for that makes them ask for more money from you here. The Gossamer state's a myth. In total, the coalition government is taking 98% of all your money.
Okay. Are you sure? That seems like a pretty big number.
What are you not sure about? They're milking your nipples till they bleed. Can't you see? Aren't you sick and tired of having bloody nipples?
Obscene, but only a little. Bleeding nipples are kind of a pain, but how will deregulation help with that? This isn't helping me solve my money problem. It's only making me into a free market type. Well, all of these are weird. Taxes aren't bad when they are used properly. And then free market will invent fees and shit. Okay, I opt in only a little out of curiosity.
It's all about the tax issue, hustler. No other problem in the world is as pressing as top marginal tax rates. And don't you fucking forget it.
There's the bulk. Dog is awake. What's that?
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint.
Where is it coming from?
From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights, and they solve shit.
Oh, what is this? Actually, now that I hear superstar and law official in a sentence, they sound weird together. No, they don't. Yeah, that's me. I've been establishing my superstardom hard lately.
Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop. Dick Mullen. Salam Rocky Baye. Badass on the edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera. Lights.
Wait, what's that about a ludicrous fantasy world? No, action.
With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it. In an iconic monochrome solution, a black silhouette against a rasterized orange world. It's on.
-2 to logic. First, let's make this absolutely clear. No one is saying you're an actual superstar in the groupies and cocaine riddled with hepatitis C strikes a lionesque pose with a meek kind of way. You're not Guillaume Le Million or David Hughes. No, you're a metaphorical superstar. You bring that rock and roll authenticity and passion to a line of work where people don't expect or want to see it. Like some would say, it doesn't belong. Law enforcement. Ah. Okay, I'm really curious about this one. This will be communism. This is the liberalism. Okay. He wants to chat. Can I speak with her again?
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
Seriously, I want to know what you are.
She won't maneuver her way out of this one.
Stop dodging, what are you?
I am the vilest of the vile. A traitor. A devourer of nations and infants. I am an ultra.
Dios mío, a liberal. Oh, this will give me more liberal points. Okay. Wait, what's an... We know already. This is a funny response.
Yes. I am the nether creature of the Forbidden Swamp. I pushed the king under a shit wagon and betrayed the revolution. My kind surrendered the nation to financial colonists. I can see you thought our kind were all extinct. After all, no sane person identifies as this anymore. Not in broad daylight. I can see we're not so different, you know. Tell me, now that I've uncoiled myself, do you find me frightening?
In her green eyes, you see a mixture of truth and self-satire. Decades of guilt and pride.
I forgive you, but only because you're charming. That's, What? She betrayed the revolution? Pushed the king under shit wagon? My kind surrendered the nation to financial colonists. I don't know. I forgive you.
I do hope so. I do hope we're able to remain collegial despite it all. Tell me, when you look in the mirror, do you not see a monster staring back at you?
Oh, I do.
When the dust settled, the liberals were the only ones left to clean up the mess. By virtue of their survival, they were handed enormous power to shape the future. This was all our last generation managed.
Would you have done something differently? I feel like this was in another branch.
With due respect to our overlords, the eternal caretaker government that keeps Martinaise a monument to the efficacy of its artillery, I would not have relinquished sovereignty to the Coalition. Not here in Martinaise, and not in the Stella Maris or Delta Beachheads either. If not for my own sake, then for my daughters. We had an obligation to defend our sovereignty. We should have burned the whole Isola down rather than let them have it.
Dark orange flames reflect in her green eyes. An oil fire on the ocean.
You're a patriot?
Yes, I suppose I am. But I wouldn't be a patriot anywhere but here.
Seditious talk, man.
You're a smart woman.
Perhaps. My intellectual vanity will be my undoing.
You have daughters?
Yes. Whatever else I am, I'm also a mother and a wife. Now, shall we return to reality?
No. What is reach for something fundamental?
What is all of this? The scent, the sound, the air.
What world is this?
What world? The only one, I suppose. The world of matter. And its pale antipode.
The camera of her mind glides over the surface of the water.
What do you see? Or say nothing? Now, what do you see?
Great bodies of water. Forest-covered surfaces. Clusters of light where the cities lie. You've seen the montage. We all have. This world is enough.
This world is enough.
There is a term of endearment they coined for it in the DeLorean century, when humanity was high on this world, discovering more and more of it, these archipelagos included.
What is it?
Elysium.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Elysium, the world needs a term of endearment. Does this world deserve a term of endearment? You know? Does it really? Maybe it does. Maybe it needs it.
It does. There are those who would call it hell.
What is hell?
A term of hatred that originates, like many such things, with the Mesk petro-fascists.
I don't feel like I have got the whole picture yet.
Oh, you want a picture of the world? There is no complete set yet, dear. They're having some trouble reaching orbit.
How come?
Great things are difficult to achieve. For now, we're viewing the world from the inside, sideways.
Inside, sideways? What shape is this world then?
We used to think it was a sphere, but that is beginning to look less and less likely by the day. You wouldn't know it from the tabloids, but the ORG nations have been launching weather balloons into the lower ionosphere since the 30s.
ORG, Occident Revichograd.
There's a steadily increasing trickle of images. Between the big three scientific contributors, they're piecing together a dark grey corona. Yes. Pale covers 72% of the surface. There are grey flares and prominences, even arcs above entire isolas. The images are blurry, but if there was a sphere in there, it certainly looks like it fractured a long time ago.
Fractured. Even arcs above entire isolas.
A cold fear seeps into you.
What? The pale? What do you mean, corona?
They say there is a rarefied envelope of matter surrounding the darkened disk of our planet. That is, if we are still living on a planet. Or, to speak more plainly, imagine vast swathes of land disrupted by nothingness. I am sorry, dear. It must sound quite terrifying through the acute encephalopathy. Even scientific positivism isn't entirely convinced about what we're dealing with here.
Yeah.
But this is one of the greatest questions of our time. Maybe when they get the complete set together, it will jolt us out of our rut, bring us together, however naive it may sound.
A fractured corona doesn't feel like it's gonna bring anyone together.
You have misimagined it. I don't have the power to convey to you the effect and geometry of the images that depict our world from below low orbit. It's like the crowning of the world. It's insane. Very disco. You'd love it.
Well, if you say it's disco.
See? Everyone finds something worth holding on to in this world, however wasted its opportunities.
Suddenly, you're conscious of yourself standing there, on whatever this all is. Your arms hang down by your sides. The lieutenant observes you both, silently. He adjusts his glasses.
You said pale. What is pale?
The pale is not, technically speaking, part of reality.
Yes. Also, I think we've had enough excitement for today. Remember, we have a cadaver to attend to.
I just wondered about when would Kim say something, because he was really not into this whole conversation.
Of course, Lieutenant. Let's try something else.
Okay, then.
The lieutenant glances at you from the corner of his eye. This is not going to happen with the lieutenant present, unless you can convince him to step aside.
Oh, he trusts me. Oh, when did that happen? By the way, where are my achievements? I still don't have any achievements. That is so strange. Okay, maybe later, I don't know. Okay. All right, I think I want
to have been of assistance.
Try.
That I know. Anything else?
Indirect taxation disapproves. Did not tell her about investigation.
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year.
I haven't paid the cafeteria manager.
You should take care of that, then.
But I don't have the money.
Let's talk to him anyway. An officer of the RCM shouldn't be sleeping in the streets. We'll figure something out.
What was this?
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Okay. Oh, the guy.
You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been following you for a while.
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
It's late, young man. Trouble has found you. No trouble for me. I just want to know what's going on here.
I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie, if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the whole thing.
Actually, the gendarmerie really needs to talk to you.
Is it really that important?
Like a nervous cat, he keeps stealing looks at the neighboring windows.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run.
What? From here? Can you let me in, maybe? Looks like you've got a good view of the world and backyard. Can you tell me anything about the hanging?
I'd even go so far as to say that the view is a little too good, my dear gendarme. Do you have an estimate of when the body will be taken away?
We will remove the body as soon as possible. Now tell us, where were you last Sunday?
Oh. You already asked me that, didn't you?
Oh! We didn't speak with him before. Huh? Did you?
No, not you two. Some more muscular type.
Oh.
And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman?
Muscular.
Last week? I don't know. Look.
He looks around the courtyard again. Rain patters on the window sills and dead house plants. Too late to do them any good.
It'll take more than rain to bring this place back to life.
You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday?
I had a friend over.
What kind of friend?
It was my Sunday friend.
A Sunday friend. How intriguing.
What's your friend's real name? Did he see something?
He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. Under the dull and darkening sky, the neighboring windows stand silent.
Can you tell me your name?
My name? My name is Martin Martinez.
Sure.
That's definitely not his real name.
No, of course not. Could you please lower your voice?
Alright, fine, we'll talk later.
No. We won't.
What?
Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
Will he disappear after this?
Time to bring out your secret charm. Tears and begging.
Tears and begging.
Show him your emotional side. Throw yourself before his very feet like a dog.
Oh, please don't go. I'll stop drinking. I'll take the trash out. Just please don't leave me. Second one.
Trash?
Please don't go. I'll even stop smoking inside.
Listen, I really have to go.
With a flick of his wrist, he sends the extinguished cigarette sailing over the rail.
Good luck with the investigation.
What?
He's gone.
We should run after him, see where he went.
No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself.
So we just give up.
He could be a witness. Him or his Sunday friend. Either way, we need to look into that muscular type who's asking about our case. There has to be a way of getting inside the building. Let's go check out the door near the pier again. Once we found a way in, we can ask around for his apartment.
Okay. I think there was a key or something. There's this door as well.
There must be another way into the building.
Why does this always happen with this door? Incredibly buzz-boosted Kim.
Yes?
Okay. Alright, sure we can get in.
A sturdy metal... This could be a way into the apartment building the smoking man vanished into.
Good. We had enough problems with bums and drunks and thieves loitering in the hallway. You have...
Okay, wait. Let's save.
A sturdy This could be a way into the apartment building
We
the
are
smoking
real
man
policemen.
vanished into. You're well versed in the kind of threatening legalese that implies criminal liability, but in fact has no meaning whatsoever.
Ma'am, your non-compliance is hindering a police matter and may be forced to refer you for potential prosecution.
I know my rights, and don't you mom me, boy.
Miss, would it help if we offer to show you our badges?
Ah, it's like a carrot to the stick, sort of.
Hold your horses. I don't care about your stinking badge. Just come in.
Could have done this before talking to the guy.
Give me a moment. The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
Yeah, I just don't really want to chat with her right now. Foreclosed by Martinez Realty Associates. Someone has torn down the wall. Waves crashing in the darkness. Ooh, 'cause it's dark now. An old grocery list on the table and checks. Firing squad for the rich. Mailbox is overflowing. Okay, I don't think I can actually stay anywhere in here. Closets. No shoe rack, boots, sneakers and old slippers. These shoes come in 3 different sizes. No, from within. Shower curtains covered in some sort of slime. Nice. Okay, that's an exit, that's a balcony. Wow, 3 orbs. You hear distant traffic, night is falling on the city. Maroon glow of light pollution rises from the east. The breaker box is full of cigarette butts and electric wires. Money! Just a door, nothing for you here right now. I think I know what that door is. A door to be remembered. Why? This is the door to the apartment 29. Complete silence. Whoever lives here isn't home. 30. Voices from within singing along to some buoyant dance track. Alright, Kim suggested that we should finish for the day. I think. Wait, where are we going? Alright, we're going here. I think we should try to take down the corpse as well. I have 4 points, but I might need some for thoughts. I haven't called this. Oh yeah, Kuno.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Kuno, I found your shack.
You found Kuno's secret door to Kuno's secret shack. It was closed for 5,000 years. How the fuck did you get in?
Face shifted through the roofing material.
Shit. Get the fuck out of here. You can't do that.
You can't do that, Kuno. He's trying to fuck at you again.
Pigs can't displace. Can't do that teleport shit. How did you like it in there, pig old boy? Kuno's got a lot of cool shit there, right?
What was that with the pig head?
Oh, that? Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape.
What? Demo tape like some kind of a musician?
Yeah, Kuno plays on snuff radio, fucks pigs, live, fucks their heads off. Kuno's a cop killer.
Huh. Is that my coat up there? I'm pretty sure it's mine.
Is it? You got pretty fucked. Kuno's surprised you've still got your head after all that.
After all what?
Don't sweat it, drunk pig. Kuno will keep your nasty secrets. Kuno's not snitching.
Stepped away to check on the weather. The dog is looking at me. She's like, huh? Huh? What's up? I might need to stop to have a chance to walk with her today before the rain.
He's saying you climbed up there. He probably saw you do it.
I found a plate covered with powder residue. Know anything about it?
That's where Kuno gets his daily hit of electric. Kuno Shazam. Kuno rides the fucking lightning in there, pig.
Bet you'd like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you? You feel tired and old, but you could have that sparkle in your eyes.
What's with the tube of magnesium, Kuno?
It's a vitamin, pig. Don't you know anything?
He looks at you like you just pointed at the sun and asks what it was.
You could use some.
It's magnesium, right?
Yeah, it's the mag. You fucking need that shit to stay on top of your game. Kuno goes through like a tube a day, rips mag like a motherfucker, and you could use a bottle.
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno. He's gonna use it against you, Kuno.
No, all about magnesium. I rock it all the time.
You're not getting this, pig. It completely takes away the hangover. It's like you didn't do anything. Like you stayed home playing with your choo-choo.
Fuck you, pig. Don't do mag. You're gonna OD and you're gonna fucking die.
Sure. Could I get into the harbor from the roof?
Of course you fucking can. How do you think Kuno made all the docky boys his gimps? Just gotta fly, pig.
I tried that, it didn't go so well.
Kuno knows. Kuno and C saw you shit yourself. It's okay, pig. Not everyone can face the fear Kuno style.
That's all there is to it then. Don't be a pansy. Just jump.
Okay, enough of that.
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom.
Well, how about we talk about your shack again?
The fuck do you want with it? Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and... Kuno doesn't...
Alright. So that's done. Let's save again. Can we take it down? It's quite late.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and white boots.
Oh,
His
I
skin
didn't
is
ask
marbled
him.
with decaying veins and blotched by lividity. On his chest, a fading web of tattoos. The cargo belt used to hang him from the tree looks...
Okay. But it might hurt me. I don't want to be hurt.
The man before you...
Okay, let's take him down.
The steel reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt.
He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating, annoying, and harder than he thought.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material.
We could saw the branch. Maybe we could shoot him down.
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
There, the buckle holds the belt together.
Where? Ah, yes, I see. If the shot hits that, there might be a chance to release the belt.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain the Kuno with some shit.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss Kuno!
Say nothing, let him choose. Doesn't he have bad sight? He does. What's the worst that could happen when you could shoot the man? Let him choose?
Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant unzips his jacket.
I don't have a gun anyway.
And produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks. That's a Kiel A9090 Armistice, mass-produced muzzleloader, ascetic, frugal, one of the most common firearms in the world. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's test position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
Say nothing.
He's gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
Oops.
Fucking idiot! Mookaba asshole!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
It's okay, man.
Kuno's sorry too. Kuno feels sorry for the Beano Cloud.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun in his hand.
Try again, maybe?
No, we are lucky as it is. We didn't break anything, and the victim remains uncompromised. Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. We have eyes on us. I didn't do us any favors with that.
What now?
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance.
Can I have the gun? I should try.
It's bad as it is. Us shooting firearms like punks. Go ahead. I'm not stopping you.
He still gives
Just
it to
don't
me.
lose it.
They only have one gun!
This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's ever seen.
Yeah, take it, you fucking banana poika! Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth.
Feel the weight first.
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth.
Point the gun at the belt.
The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth?
Oh,
At least
wow.
you won't miss.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's a low check. Where is it? 2. $28. Close your left eye first.
Your field of view narrows. The branch slowly moves, becoming entirely two-dimensional. The metal buckle glimmers, slick, with the falling rain. The corpse slowly rotates. The slow movement of the branch in the wind, and your shoulders directing the gun sink up, dancing hypnotically.
Ooh.
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
I feel like this might break my concentration. Yes! Holy shit! Legendary superstar
The
cop!
buckle explodes into tiny pieces, coming loose with a whir. With your hand numb from the recoil, you look at the body slump down. For a moment, the man appears to kneel in front of you, looking straight at you, helpless, trapped within itself.
Who killed you?
Communism.
Of course.
It takes a millisecond for the association to flash within your cortex. You have no idea where it's coming from, only that it's right. Then the rigor in his muscles gives up, and he smashes sideways into the spring mud, letting out a horrid stench.
Who's laughing now, you little shit? Hey! How did I do that?
By being a damn good shot. Ace is high.
He raises his right hand, waiting for you to slap it.
The ace is high, a custom invented by the aerostatic brigades during the revolution, is used to celebrate success in Revachol, especially in sports. The gesture is spread across the world, despite the defeat of the revolutionaries themselves.
Slap it. Yay!
The lieutenant takes a little hop to perform the customary salutation. Your palm hurts from the slap. It's precise and down to the point.
I knew these guys were
Yeah! Yeah, Those got a problem with it.
Kuno cracks with laughter. Sounds like someone strangling a seagull. It's clear he enjoys himself.
We will
Oh,
perform a
click
field
too
autopsy
fast.
and determine the cause of death. But before... Excuse me.
Yeah.
The stench is getting bad. I'm sorry to interrupt the jubilations here. I need a little breather before we do the autopsy.
Wait, field autopsy?
Yes. The 4 phases of a murder scene. 1. Investigation of the scene. I'm satisfied with that part. The trash container, the prints, we've been thorough enough. 2. Initial examination of the victim. We were exhaustive in our efforts there. Good job. 3. Field autopsy. This will not be pleasant or easy, and it will have to be performed on the scene.
The fuck are they on about?
Cops are gonna cut his shit up next.
4 and final, transport of the coroner's case to the district morgue. I'll do that. God, it stinks.
Don't we have someone else for the autopsy, like a doctor?
No, you and I are detectives. The honorary rank of detective signifies our ability to handle the entire incident chain. From crime scene to autopsy to cleanup, we do it all.
Honorary rank?
An honor and a burden attached to your rank. Mine is Lieutenant Detective, unfortunately. I can't tell you how tired I am of this corpse.
I don't think I'm a detective.
With shooting like that? Of course you are. Your station would not have assigned you to this case otherwise.
Alright, give him back his gun.
In the meantime, we should try to interview Evrard Clare, the leader of the Union. Harbor property was clearly used in the hanging. The harbor just east of here. Getting in might prove a challenge, though.
Well, we already know how to get in, so...
I would also suggest we interview Joyce, the
We
Wild
already
Pines
done that.
representative. But we've already done that,
Yes.
so good for us. One down, one to go.
Oh wow, this is such a beginner stuff.
Yes. And those were the interviewees. Let's go.
Okay.
The rotting man lies on his side with his eyes looking straight through you. The belt is still around his neck. His body is supine and open to intrusion. By autopsy, the lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Alright, let's not do this now. I wanted to look at this. Where is it? Aces high. Plus 1 empathy towards Kim Katsuragi. Oh! The Insulindian Civil War was not the first war to see the use of aerostatic craft on both sides, but it was the longest. For 8 years, folded multi-rotor aircrafts crisscrossed the air above River Shoal, as on Faisal-Amer and the Arcade Islands. They made sweeps over sandy beaches and shot each other out of the blue sky and sank as wrecks to the bottom of the sea. So, the Aces High was a custom on the revolutionary side performed by squadron mates after landing. Lieutenant Kitsuragi likes it. Why is that? Let's do this. Internalize. Okay, what else? Tools? No. Can I chat with him?
Yes?
Maybe not here. Not next to the corpse. Oh wait, Kuno is just sad now.
Fuck does Kuno care?
+2 shot the body down, yeah.
Kuno doesn't.
Okay, nothing for my empathy. So that's done.
Can I help you?
So, about that money I owe.
Yes. Have you got it?
How much do I owe you again?
A lot. A lot. For the room, drinks, and broken window, 130 real.
I was wondering if we could come to some sort of arrangement for tonight.
Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
I'll pay you back tomorrow. I'm an honest cop. Kim is about to say something. I'll let him.
I understand your predicament as the manager. However, I feel I must remind you that we are here to conduct an important investigation that also affects your business.
Forgive me for saying this, but your colleague seems more committed to drinking, and I mean no offense. It's really nothing personal. I just have to protect the interests of this establishment.
Hold on, I still have my key, you know.
Good luck trying to use it.
Uh,
All the locks have an electronic component. They have to be unlocked down here with a master key before your guest key will open the lock.
This conversation isn't going anywhere, is it?
Not until you bring me the money.
Okay, I might have something in my motor carriage we can use when you're done here.
I really didn't want to resort to this. The man is thinking.
Oh, Lieutenant, we're done here.
The thought.
Some kind of superstar. They say the world isn't ready for a rock and roll cop. No one wants their state monopoly on violence to be mixed with celebrity worship. They claim to know it would be dangerous for detectives to rise to the ranks of demigods and have sexual encounters with barely legal cover girls. It would be insane, they say. To all this, you say, fuck off and die, in a cool voice. You people have no idea how good these cops are gonna get. They're gonna crack 20 cases a day. In the future, cops will be like astrophysicists, or prime ministers, or prophets. And you're the first one.
Might be the last one as well. Ah, learning caps are raised. -1 to logic. Impressive self-delusion. Okay, I don't want Kim's stuff. Can we just go up and end the day?
You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray, light it up, and smoke the living shit out of it.
The what now?
The living shit. Your mesolimbic reward pathway does not mince words. It wants smokes.
Nah. Come on, Kim. Balcony conversation.
Yes?
What is in on the back? Okay. No, he doesn't want to talk to me. Well, let's go to Joyce. I don't feel any shame in asking Joyce about the money.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything. Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know.
Would it
Anything
even
else?
would it even work? Evolution.
I am sorry.
No.
It just doesn't come out of your mouth. Surprisingly eloquent, really. The last one, not the first three. Those are ape speak.
Excuse me? I didn't hear you.
Oh no.
Did you say money? Of course.
Okay, let's do something else. Something. I wonder if I can ask him to step away.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part?
Good idea. Just ask him. He won't make...
Fine.
See? What can he do? You're a grown man.
Are you sure you're sure? Your colleague seemed okay.
So we're just asking her about the
Pale
Pale.
is the most dominant geological feature of the world, Detective. The separative tissue between the islas. It is the interinsulary mass. Isla is a Messinian word for a continent of matter, enveloped on all sides by the Pale. Also, isolation, or landmass. We used to believe there was only one. In the last 4 centuries, we have discovered 7. Windy, Seol, Samara, Ilmara, Grad, Katla, and this, Insulinde. An oceanic isla. It comprises mostly of water. Muindi is the largest, Katla the coldest, Insulinde the bluest. What can I say? Each is perishing and dear. Achromatic, odorless, featureless. The Pale is the enemy of matter and life. It is not like any other, or anything in the world. It is the transition state of being into nothingness. No, Detective. We're safe. It begins there, 6,000 kilometers to the north, and even more to the south, east, and west. You are in the middle of the Isla.
As your gaze instinctively turns north, a small black pit opens up in your stomach.
6,000 kilometers from the end of the world.
Yes. That is enough. Many cities are built much closer.
And there?
An uproar of matter, darling. Rising into the Pale. Rolling. Evaporating even. A great vision. The area of transition between the world and the Pale is called porch collapse. Imagine a grey coronal mist, cold vapor marked by spores of an opportunistic microorganism. A mold that's adapted to grow at the edge of the unrest. It's the most disco thing you will ever see.
Porch collapse is an interesting thing. She said there. Transition between the world and the Pale. What are its physical qualities?
It's difficult to describe, or even measure. Something whose fundamental property is the suspension of properties. Physical, epistemological, linguistic. The further into Pale you travel, the steeper the degree of suspension, right down to the mathematical. Numbers stop working. No one has yet passed the number barrier. It may be impossible.
How do we get from Isla to Isla?
Oh, it is so difficult for us. It is possible to force dimensions on the Pale. In modern times, we can even compress its latitude, bouncing radio waves from one end to the other, shortening the path. But it is still hard for humans to navigate the Pale without getting lost. Extensively. Some say the damage stems from extreme sensory deprivation. Others argue that Pale somehow consists of past information that's degrading, that it's rarefied past, not rarefied matter. They call it the blend over of the self. The Pale does not only suspend the laws of physics, but also the laws of psychology, maybe history even. The human mind becomes over-radiated by past.
Who says and who argues?
Over-radiated by past. Who says and who argues?
The logical positivists say, the dialectical materialists argue. It feels terrible. Absolutely terrible. International standards strictly limit civilian travelers to 6 days of pale exposure per year.
It's more for her. Way more.
No, nameless detective of the Citizens Militia. I am a member of the Entropanetic Business Class. I'm cleared and trained for 22 days of pale transit annually.
Dang.
Someone else you've met may have been exposed as well. The strange grey-haired woman in her lorry.
Yes, carried in the hulls of airships. It's a horrific job. Automation will abolish it soon.
You should ask the pal driver about this. See what she says. That poor woman must have stories to tell, like you wouldn't imagine.
Up to my gills, officer.
Wait, what was the other
Extensive
option?
Some say they call it.
Who says and who are...
It feels.
It's more for her. Way more.
No, nameless.
Someone else you've met. She's looking out toward the sea. What at? It's hard to say. She's over-radiated. And then some.
Oh, wow. What is entropanetic?
Entropanetics is the scientific study of the Pale, or a recent iteration of it by way of Grad. The study of the Pale reaches back 6,000 years. The Pericarnassians called it the Western Plain.
They had not traveled the entire circumference of the Pericarnassian super-E solar. It was not merely in the west, it was everywhere, even then, surrounding them.
There are signs of pre-modern crossings. Successful navigation of the Pale relies not just on technical know-how, but intensive psychological preparation. Some of these tactics have been known for thousands of years. Nothing. We remain powerless before the Pale. The only real advance in Pale transit is the speed with which an aerostatic craft can pierce it. Less exposure leads to less effects later. Hybrid airships, Detective. Conventional rotors or jet engines no longer add velocity after the point of reference for motion is suspended, once you've crossed from near Pale to far Pale.
Near Pale to far Pale. Interesting.
In essence, we throw them in and they come out the other end. If we throw them precisely.
And if we don't?
Then they don't.
Gone, like a skipping stone beneath the surface.
Whew, that's insane.
The Pale outweighs reality 2 to 1. There is more Pale than there is matter, and the ratio is slipping. What do you think, Detective?
It's growing. There's more of the Pale.
Precisely. One of the few measurable effects of the Pale is that it is expanding at an unknown rate. An intuitive conclusion of that development is that one day the Pale will cover everything. But this sort of talk is mostly left to extremists.
Where would we go?
Most people, and indeed most private and government sector organizations, entire civilizations and religions even, find handy ways to ignore or downplay that knowledge. I suggest you do the same.
Damn.
Yes, sweet reality. But before we do, tell me, Detective, is this the first time you're hearing this? Do you really not remember anything?
I sometimes sense vague shadows of a past and it's not good. I'm getting a sense of who I am, but no, I didn't know this.
Beyond curious. Tell me, what do you think of the Pale?
Ooh. I don't know how you've all survived with it. It's a huge accomplishment.
Mm-hmm. You really didn't know. This does not spell good for the investigation, Detective. If you don't know even this, then...
I'll handle it. It's under control. Yeah, sure, Harry. This investigation will be my masterpiece. Yes, I'm in serious trouble here. I guess I am.
Your colleague, Lieutenant Kisaragi, is competent. I checked up on him. And you have me. I will try to assist you in any way I can.
Some of that assurance is meant for herself, as much as it's meant for you. She must have a lot on the line here.
Even if we have to do it one basic term at a time.
Good. You have not passed out from it. Perhaps I worried for nothing. Are we still on the reality lowdown, or should we do actual police work now?
He was waiting. That was fucking insane, Kim.
Yes, well, the rest of us have dealt with it for thousands of years, so...
You will have to deal with it, too, the lieutenant thinks. This is why I didn't want you to know.
Okay, some more lowdown.
I am happy to oblige.
That's all
Glad to
for
have been of
now.
assistance. The little that I know. Anything else?
Oh, look. Mazovian socioeconomics approve. Ah. This doesn't approve, but this does. Okay, how do I do this then? What is it? Volition. Volition? Where are you? Okay. Can I have some money?
I am sorry.
No!
It just doesn't come out of your mouth. What does is...
Again, he'll say money.
Surprisingly eloquent, really.
Excuse me? I didn't hear you. Of course.
Money! I don't want to take Kim's stuff. Can I save here? Do it again.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with at this late hour?
Oh, it's past midnight. It's not don't you ever sleep?
Matter of fact, I don't.
What's up, dog? Doggo. Гулять еще. Dog is bothering me. Oh wow, she doesn't sleep. That's insane. That's good, this way you can answer me some questions.
Of course. That's what I'm here for.
Can I have some money?
I am sorry.
God damn it!
It just doesn't come out of your mouth.
Now listen. Listen, game. Listen. Listen. It's important, okay?
You're back. Good. Matter of fact, of course. That's what I'm here for.
Hey, unlock.
You're back. Good. What can I help?
I am sorry. It just doesn't...
You're back. Good. Matter of fact, of course. That's what I'm here for.
Voila.
Yes.
You're doing it.
Let's go. No shame.
Really put your back into it. Yell it from the top of your lungs.
Money! Ah. You seem rich. Can I have some money?
Why, yes, I am rich. How much money do you need? Hopefully not too much. I couldn't bring all of it with me.
She's surprisingly nonchalant about this. If anything, your finally asking it has relieved some of the tension.
I need 130 real.
That's a good sum. Not too small, not fantastically large.
She reaches into her raincoat and pulls out a zip bag. In it you see paper notes arranged like black gills.
She removes a few notes and hands them to you. The paper is cold and oily to the touch.
Good. We won't be needing to go to my kinema then.
Yes, we won't. Keep your stuff, Kim.
So, I hope I didn't just bribe you, officer. It may not be technically illegal under the Emergency Act, but still.
I'm a honorable policeman. Funny that you're worried about this and not your ruthless exploitation of the entire human race. I'm still getting my head around this whole money concept. Bribe me alright. Yeah, I guess you were just helping me out.
You're right, man, that donations are permitted under the Emergency Act, and seemly as it may be, as long as they're properly logged with the precinct.
Which he most certainly will do. Now, how else can I help the RCM today, besides supplementing its...
Nothing. That's it. Just needed your money. Bye. Okay, whew, that's done. We are leaving the corpse in the backyard. It's terrifying. But I don't want to deal with that today. Okay, I need to check something else. Where's my ledger?
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside.
Oh wait. Wait, this guy. The kitchen is closed
Can
now.
I help you?
So about the money.
Yes. Have you got it?
I have the money.
Well?
I hope you choke on it. No, that's terrible. Will this add a point to Sorry Cop? What are we? We're only once a Sorry Cop. I guess he... What was the first one? Superstar. Alright. Here it is.
Great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, I just ask that you please pay your nightly bill in advance starting tomorrow. The electronic lock to your room has been disabled till 9 p.m. tomorrow. Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20 real per night.
I'll take a room here too.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do for you?
No, goodbye. I'm so done with him. Okay.
This is the door to the room you redecorated.
Good night, Lieutenant.
Just a moment. We should talk about our progress on the investigation.
Let's go. Finally, the balcony scene.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then...
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM. Our role here, our rights, our jurisdiction, basically.
I didn't know you smoked.
I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual.
Oh man, he looked so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
How did you get so cool, Kim?
You mean this? This isn't cool. It's an unnecessary trial of will and unhealthy.
Keeping the habit within the parameters he's given himself takes a lot of focus. It would be easier to simply quit.
Right then. The debrief.
Yes. It's been a long and eventful day.
So, what are powers exactly the RCM?
They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule.
Wouldn't that be an easy power to abuse?
Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can always request records from their local station. Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. It undermines trust in the RCM.
Okay, what else?
We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station closely. It prevents confusion and overcrowding.
How can you be sure that the arrest will show up?
You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught. It's about power projection. Thus far, they seem to mostly show up.
Okay, and if someone resists?
As you may have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record of our kills, like the one in your watermarks, we are permitted to use whatever force is necessary, and strongly admonished not to abuse that power.
So if I kill someone while on duty?
You have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary to use lethal force. In these cases, your partner is usually your witness. Not a good position to be in, by the way. Internal Affairs handles these cases thoroughly, by cross-examining you for inconsistencies. It is hard to cover for anyone, which is for the best.
And what happens to the people we convict?
We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts in Couron and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount to keep them.
And who makes all these rules?
The coalition government and the moral intern, more broadly. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. No more, no less. Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM.
Okay. We were allowed to form.
Join. What's up, Alucard Tepes?
Hey, Alucard Tepes. Are you streaming? Are you watching me live on your stream right now? I am so tired. I want to end already. My eyes are tired. But this has been a really good stream so far. I managed to do so much in just one day of this game. You're lurking. Well, I might end and then visit your stream. How about that? Oh, you caught me on your breaks. You have breaks, huh? Breaks from what? Breaks from... Breaks from what? Isn't your stream just one unending break from the previous thing?
How's it going? Edster 94.
Oh look, it's Edster. Hello. Oh no, you broke the doctor. Hold on.
Ouch.
There you go. The dog needs walking. She's really bored now. I need to end the game and then go. There she is. Can you hear her? That's a loud bark. Okay, do it again. No? No? She's on the window. Yeah, alright.
Silence. A great
Oh,
comment to
look!
such a conundrum.
My first achievement has popped up. I've been wondering. This is...
New eye?
Who's that? Hold on. I don't see it. Oh, it says hello. Yeah, I am Russian. Your parents are Russian. Are they like from Russia or they're just Russians by descent, I guess. Which, oh, you know what I mean. Are they recently Russian or is sometime in the past? Yeah, I am Russian and I live in Russia. And I have left Russia only twice, very briefly, when I was 13. Recently Russian. Well, I mean, like, were they born here and then left? Okay, USSR, so that's... yeah, understandable. Fuck that. My parents were also born in USSR. In fact, I was almost born in the USSR, but it wasn't called that anymore. It was something else, and then a year later, it fell apart. Something is buzzing in my Discord, which is not my server. Oh, he's loving this, but he must go. He must return to his own stream. The break from the break is over. Okay, I need to finish the game for today as well. But Kim needs to talk about everything. I've already heard all of this, so I'm just sitting here listening for whatever every character has to say, just for the VODs, you know, so that I could have a video. Nice little video if I wanted to rewatch the whole thing. Kim is great. I don't know about the best. I used to think he's the best, but I think he's just cool. He's a little distant sometimes. And I hope I can, I don't know, talk to him about a couple of things. About himself. Maybe he will open up a little. But so far he's been awesome. We even high-fived at some point today. I'll go back in the VOD and make a clip. Yesterday he walked on water. Did you know that he can walk on water? Hold on, I'll find this. It was a glitch, but holy shit. Okay, what is it? Open it. Don't play. Okay, hold on. Where is my dream thing? There. I think I'll never get there. To the point where I can... Look at him just... Kim walks on water! Kim Jesus! Holy shit! Oh my god! He just casually walked away! Oh! Where are you going, man? Come back! Holy shit! Is he... Where is he going? So basically, he walked away, and then he came back. Fine. And nothing... he just didn't care
I think I'll
at
never
all.
get there.
Hold on. Oh, come on.
On top of of her sailing boat, smiling.
Yeah, looks back. She just comes back. I'm like, nothing happened.
Triplets. A silk scarf is tied around her.
Oh, this is so funny. Nice little glitch. Or is it a glitch? Anyway, that was fun. So yeah, okay, let me finish this whole thing with him.
We performed a thorough initial inspection of the victim's body, so that's
We
good.
took down the body.
One could say it's the
The
main
first
thing
day.
to do in a murder. Then you shot the body down, which was quite the shot.
Approves. What else can I say? Just doing my job. I was inspired by your confidence in me, Kim. Yeah, I don't know. Was I really? Was I? Well, I don't know, say a good thing to him.
I admit I wasn't sure whether I should give you the gun, but I'm glad I did. We still have to perform the autopsy, though. But we did do a thorough search of the crime scene. That's great.
We are leaving the corpse lying on the ground at night. That's insane. That's worrying, honestly.
Now, as for interviews, my list of people to talk to here in Martinez, I mean.
What? That's my forte. Unlike most cops, I understand how important communication is in our line of work. I love doing interviews and people love me. Sure, Harry, sure. The initial interviews, yes, well, we talked to some people. Yeah, we didn't even talk to the union, and we've already figured out who does the drug trade. Well, we know that there is a person who's smuggling drugs, and it's a woman. We know that there are those, what were they called? Basically armored guys. There were 3 of them and now there are 2. And that they will shoot everybody. That's a lot in one day.
Not always the right people, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
We weren't able to find the union leader, Everard Clare, much less interview him. So that's on the to-do list for tomorrow.
Sure.
We interviewed Joyce Messier, the Wildlands rep, and learned a lot. None of it very good news for us or Martinez, but... Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice?
I have a really good theory about why you're running so fast, son. Just you wait until we get up tomorrow.
It's part of the Jamrock Shuffle. I'm training for long distance run. That's how we roll on Precinct 41. I guess it is part of the Jamrock Shuffle.
It's impressive, especially for a man your age. And in those hills. Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange.
Okay, well, the Morrowington?
The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after the revolution failed.
If I didn't know, how would you describe them?
They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EPIS, most intergovernmental organizations in the world.
And what do they believe in? Nothing. They believe in nothing. They're moralists.
What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they are just technocrats.
Those others say they continue the humanist project set forth by Dolores Day.
What's their symbol?
Interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline. I think you can gauge what they want you to think of them from that.
Something kind and usual. Something ominous. Something even a little feminine. But in a strict manner.
Who was Dolores Day?
A historic figure? The author of the modern age? You will have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of humanism is too abstract for me.
For you, she is something painful, though it's hard to say why.
And what do you think of them?
The moral intern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change. And it doesn't look like that's about to happen.
Okay, I have an opinion.
Do you?
They've done an awful job here. Have you seen the place? This isn't humanism. Oh no, this is the racist option. I guess this isn't humanism, yeah.
We are in what is called the twilight of international law. The laws we claim to enforce come from the MI. Without them, we are simply vigilantes.
Maybe we should make our own law. No, that's what the Union does. And vigilantes, that's what the Union is as well, sort of. I don't know, I don't like any of these. Let's say the second one. Then.
Sadly, it is what we already are to the people of Martinez. Most of them, at least, especially the Union. Vigilantes. I expect our job here to prove quite challenging.
Say nothing, just look into the night.
The dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, like luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette, contemplating the next drag. This soldier is the highlight of the day for me, he thinks. This little stick right here.
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno. It's different inland, in Jamrock and the GRIH.
Why are they like this?
It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the Union, to the company, not daring to come here more often. This place has fallen between the cracks, the jurisdictions of our two precincts.
And in Jamrock and the GRH?
We run this city. West of the river is RCM land.
He looks at the dark silhouette of the equestrian monument cutting into the night sky.
It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works. Our systems work. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate.
I don't think we will change anything here, to be honest.
Probably not. Anyway, positive change happens slowly. We never really get to see the impact of our actions.
Okay, thank you for this game.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
New skill point. See you in the morning, he says. Ooh, did I look at this?
The window
he
stands
says.
broke.
I did. Okay, what else is here? My mirror.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
I can fix the faucet. Chain cutters.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face,
Interface.
adorned.
Hold on. Oh, this is +1 to interfacing. Okay, let's try.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom
Yeah, it
wall.
is hanging. I
In
know it
Your
hangs.
face, adorned.
Hangs
with
and it hangs.
The chain cutters slip out of your hands as you attempt to twist the faucet into place. Well, you know one thing for sure. You've probably never been a plumber.
Yep. Alright, let's sleep.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful. The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes. And then sleep doesn't come.
But I want to sleep.
Obviously, you're in bed with your eyes closed, but it's not happening.
Why?
Maybe it's the bed's fault.
Check the pillow.
Its synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly.
Check the blanket.
It barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. This is your body here, intimate and warm, breathing. Under your thrumming eyelids, you see a dizzying array of colors. You won't get off this carousel quite so easily.
Roll over to the other side.
It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it?
Who killed him? Who?
Something to do with... What was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brain waves.
No more thoughts. Fall asleep now.
Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming.
But he's not there anymore. Easy. Please.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
I remember nothing.
Do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
I was left. You said, who?
Do you remember the warmth of her thighs, between her legs and in her mouth?
I was left.
That's right, funky baby. And you just stood there. One hand on the bottle and the other on your dick. Watching her go. Let it all be dragged away from you. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
I don't want to come back.
They were only cramping your descent into the abyss. Now they're gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. All of it. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium.
I've seen you before.
No, you haven't. You're just sleep talking. And the act is wearing thin, too. The spots on the disco ball fade around you. You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time, sweating up the bed. Stinky boy.
What is Elysium?
Everything. The Pale and the Islas. On the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people. And you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up.
I can come back from this.
You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours. Bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding?
My mind is tired and broken.
Your mind is what now? I can't hear you. The rest is just a word dream. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet grinding in your head.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
God, there's another type.
Oh yes, party boy, and it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork. Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
And that's another Sea Power song. Although I don't remember which one exactly. I think it's a song which had no lyrics online. Something, work in the shit factory. I have to find it. The writing is phenomenal. Did you know that there's a book which apparently all of this is based on? I need to read it. But the book, as far as I know, it's in Latvian, I think, but it's been translated by some people and it is online. So I wonder, how good is the book? Yep. A new morning. A new headache. Sacred and terrible air, yeah, something like that. I think I have it somewhere in my Google Drive.
Good going, buddy.
Oh my god, what the hell was that?
Oh, just a dream. You have ones like that all the time. You feel even worse this morning than you did last night.
What the hell is going on with me?
You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think.
Unironically, this is my life right now. I am always too tired and unable to think, and sleep has been terrible since I started living in this place, and today I had the worst nightmare at night. I woke up and I couldn't fall asleep again until I did, and then I slept nicely. But the dream was about my dead mother, who in my dream went through the whole thing as she did in life, except in the span of 2 hours, I guess, as I slept. It was awful. Yep. It is really awful. Like, I guess I'm traumatized, right? This is trauma. And my brain in my sleep, it's trying to work through that, to go through my memories and make sense of them. And they don't make sense because they are just memories. And memories, after a while, they begin to disintegrate. You don't remember things the same way as they happened. And especially in sleep, they sort of become a different reality. So in this different reality, my mom is somewhere else, and the way she falls ill is a little different, but she always goes horribly insane and physically unwell, because I'd seen that happen right in front of my eyes, you know? So it's like a summary, nice little summary, like, hey, do you remember that horrible, horrible thing which happened throughout the year 2022? Except I'm gonna shrink it in 2 hours. Have fun. Yep, this is my life. Why is this happening?
It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more.
No, this one is suggesting drugs.
Don't do that. Stay strong.
Nice
The hangover will wear
volition.
off. You don't need to keep doing this to yourself.
Our brains are just a bunch of meat with electricity running through it, and they are both magnificent and shit at all times. Always. Yeah. What is this? What is it suggesting? That I take drugs? No, I'm not going to take drugs. Shut up.
Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically, a week? Let's be honest, 2 weeks. Maybe 3. You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then. You will be fired.
You cannot fix trauma with drugs. You only postpone it. That's it. That's a lie.
Suit yourself. Slow, sad
It's
showman.
showman.
See how you do without your spark.
Yeah. Well, for me, I think the solution is to move out of this place because...
Join.
Join. Because it's the air pressure that's doing my brain in. Alright, my eyes are really tired, so I'm gonna stop for today. Thank you for visiting my little corner of the Twitch and following. I don't know if I will stream tomorrow, but tomorrow is Sunday and there's nothing to do on Sunday. I don't know, I'll see. If it will be raining and if I'll feel okay, then I'll probably stream. I want to finish the game because I want to do other things on Twitch, and this is in my way. But I'm also really enjoying this. Even the 4th time, I am enjoying this a lot. Nice moves, Harry. Anyway, I got one achievement and I don't know what's up with that. Why aren't there more? Maybe because it's just the first day, which is weird how much I've done in well, the 2nd day now. Anyway, that'll be it for me today. Thank you. Infinitely replayable for sure. He fell asleep. Wake up!
Ouch.
Wait, that's a BIB screen. That's the wrong screen. Disco Elysium, bye. That's right. I'm not gonna raid anybody. Because if I'm going to watch Alcad, we're all probably already there. So this is it. Bye. Hope to see you again in the next stream. Or the one after that. Which hopefully will happen not next year. As it can be with me. Right. Alright. I'm gonna go walk the dog. Eat the dinner. And rest my eyes. Right, bye.